So for someone trying to conceive, seeing the signs of ovulation comes with this great feeling of excitement. Yes, because you know it's that time of the month for you to try again. But then it is possible that you are seeing your period but you are not ovulating. Hello and welcome to Treasured Health Space. My name is Linda. I'm a registered nurse midwife. If you are new to this channel and you are interested in health content like this, please don't forget to subscribe. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you very much for coming back. In this video, we are just going to learn the signs that shows you might not be ovulating, because it's actually possible that you're seeing your menstrual blood but you are not ovulating. Now, what is ovulation? Ovulation is simply the release of an egg from the ovary. The first sign that you are not ovulating is irregular periods. If your period is irregular or sometimes goes missing while you are not pregnant, it is a sign that you might not be ovulating. And then in terms of your menstrual cycle length, your cycle length is below 21 days or above 35 days, it is a sign that you are not ovulating. So if your cycle length is below 21 days, it simply means that your body do not have enough time for the egg to mature. And if there is not enough time for the egg to mature, it means you will not be ovulating. The next one is anovulation. Anovulation is simply the opposite of ovulation. That is, your body is not releasing any egg. Okay? And in that situation, at the end of the month, at the end of your cycle, the uterine lining sheds off and you see that as your menstrual blood. You see that as your menstrual bleeding. But in actual sense, it's just the uterine lining. There was no egg, there was no degenerated egg. Okay, so you end up having what is called anovulatory bleeding. The next sign that you are not ovulating is there is no changes in your cervical mucus. Now, your cervical mucus can go from thick to sticky to a very stretchy and thin consistency like that of an egg white. Now, that is the one that helps you to conceive. That is the one that is considered fertile. If you don't notice that change in your cervical mucus, the possibility is that you are not ovulating. Okay, so you will need to see an expert to get diagnosed. The next sign that you are not ovulating is having heavy or light bleeding from time to time, and then when your period comes, it's usually above 7 days. For some people, they can ovulate once in a while, but for some others it just doesn't happen. Okay, so if you have these conditions I have mentioned already, you will need to see an expert for further diagnosis. The next sign that you are not ovulating is you are not seeing any change in your basal body temperature. Okay, usually before ovulation you will be having a reading of 36 to 36.4 degrees Celsius. Post ovulation you have a reading range of 36.4 to 37 degrees Celsius. Now, if you're not ovulating, your basal body temperature remains almost at the same level. There is no significant rise in your basal body temperature. That is one of the signs that you are not ovulating. But there are rules to follow when you are taking your basal body temperature. I will have to make a video on that. Okay, so it's not something you just take at any time of the day or something like that. You will get all the wrong results. There are rules to follow, and I won't be talking about that in details in this video. All right, the next sign that you are not ovulating is having multiple positive ovulation tests. Now, this is a condition that is common with people with PCOS. you see yourself having multiple positive tests when you test for ovulation, okay, that is a sign that your body is trying to trigger ovulation but it is failing, and that gives you multiple positive results when you test for ovulation. Okay, usually ovulation happens just once in a month. All right, so you don't ovulate multiple times in a month. If you are just coming off a birth control pill, the possibility that you will not ovulate is very high, because these pills tend to suppress your hormones. So when you come off them in the initial few months, you might not really ovulate. Okay, it's going to take some time for your body to readjust and for your ovulation to return. For some people it takes a while, for some others it just doesn't happen and they will need to see an expert and get some treatment. Okay, and also if you're going through a lot of physical stress, mental stress, extreme diets, diets to the point that it starts affecting your BMI, you become so underweight, the tendency for you not to ovulate is very high. And if you're passing through stress, the brain tends to, condition your reproductive organ in such a way to as tell them, hey, we cannot support a healthy pregnancy right now. There is stress in this body and all of that, and your body responds to whatever message or impulse it gets from your brain. All right, so if you're trying to conceive, you need to reduce stress as much as possible. You need to eat healthy. So these are some of the signs that shows you are not ovulating. If you notice any of these signs, please see your healthcare provider, get diagnosed, get treated. If you have questions, leave them in the comment section below. I have links to my other videos like preconception care, calculating your fertile and safe days, also in the description box. Do well to check it out. This is the end of this video. See you in my next video, and don't forget to subscribe if you got value from this video. Bye.